Welcome to the Daily Dose of Dedication, Motivation, and Commitment podcast, Snipisode 39. Good morning, all you beautiful people, and welcome to the Daily Dose podcast of Dedication, Motivation, and Commitment this beautiful Thursday morning. Today, I want to discuss with you guys the topic of how to thrive in times of transition, and I think this matches in, or this fits in really nicely with what we've been discussing the past episodes, because change is an inevitable part of life, and at times it's going to be very difficult to navigate. I've seen that a lot in my professional career, not necessarily myself, but with others, with colleagues, and how difficult it can be to navigate those changes. And it goes for all parts of life, whether it's a new job or moving to a new city, a major life transition, whatever that is, change can always, well, not necessarily always, but change can be challenging. And today I just want to discuss with you guys a little bit how to navigate change, how to remain committed to your goals even during those times of transition. When we experience significant changes in our lives, it's common to feel lost or uncertain about our goals and commitments that we have. And during those times of transition, it's going to be challenging to stay committed to those goals, to those values. However, I believe that if you embrace change, and change isn't necessarily always good, but if you embrace change and identify what you can control, you're going to stay connected to the goals, to your values, and through seeking support and practicing self-care, those things we talked about yesterday, you're going to remain committed to your goals even during those moments of transition in life, whatever that scenario or situation might be. Again, yesterday we discussed how commitment can help us find direction and find purpose when we feel lost in our lives. When we experience change and transition, it's just essential to remember that the commitments we've made to ourselves, that's what's going to help us stay connected to those values, to those goals. By doing that, we're going to have stability, we're going to have purpose, even when we are in the middle of that uncertainty, that cloud of maybe craziness in our lives. Hence, I think both topics go hand in hand, and they highlight the importance of just staying committed to your goals, staying committed to your values, and by doing so, you're going to find direction, you're going to find stability, you're going to find purpose, and whether you're feeling lost or not, you're going to be able to navigate a significant amount of that transition successfully. And again, I mean, change is daunting. It's a daunting experience, but it's important to remember that change can also bring opportunities and growth. And like I said, not all change is always good. But the first step to navigating change is to embrace it. Instead of resisting and saying, no, I don't want it, try to view it as an opportunity for growth and new experiences. So for example, if you're starting a new job, instead of feeling overwhelmed, try to view it as an opportunity to learn new skills, to meet new people. Because by embracing that change, you're going to be open to the experiences that come along with it, if that makes sense. Let me give you an example, another personal example here. During my time at Hewlett-Packard, I have to say I love my time working there at HP, but I had the opportunity to really climb the career ladder fairly fast. And we went through a lot of changes, a lot of organizational changes, a lot of team changes, a lot of job changes. I mean, I myself went from role to role fairly quickly for the job that I was doing and accomplishing, the results I was bringing in, the connections being made, the value I was contributing to the organization. And every time we went through some kind of organizational change, to me, it was exciting because I could see the vision of where people wanted to go, and I wanted to be part of that vision. Now, sometimes I have to admit, it's frustrating if you're building an organization and then 6 months later somebody else has a different strategic vision and then they want to head down this way and things get reshuffled again and those kind of things. That is going to be frustrating. However, change always brings new experiences, and in those kind of situations, you got to adapt, you got to learn. It's not about being that narcissistic, self-grabbing, by all costs, making that career move and making more money and whatnot. But it's going along, and it's not necessarily going along. That's the wrong way to put it. But by utilizing that opportunity that change creates, and bringing others with you, that is what's going to provide you the opportunity to learn new skills, to meet new people. That's what's so important about that. And again, it really depends on the scenario and whatnot. Not all change is good. Some of the stuff I see that politicians are doing out there, that kind of change, I totally disagree with. But again, here we're talking about your personal life, my personal life. What really matters, our mindset when we go into these kind of scenarios. The next step is to identify what you can control and what you can't. In those times of transition, it's easy to feel like everything is out of your control. However, there are a lot of aspects of change that you can control. Say you're moving to a new city. Yeah, we moved last year to a new city, new town, I guess. And you're not going to be able to control everything like the cost of living or traffic and, lots of other factors, but you make a choice of where you're moving, why you're moving there, how you're going to move there. And you can also control your attitude towards that move, your efforts to make new connections in the community. Those are the things that you can focus on. And by focusing on what you can control, you're going to be better equipped to make the most of the opportunities that come with that change. Hence, remaining committed to your goals even during times of transition, like I said, can be challenging, but it's important to remember that those goals, that those values, they provide that sense of stability when you're going through change. Revisit your goals, revisit your priorities, guys. And just see if you can identify ways to connect with them even in the midst of a transition. So like that city example I just gave to you, of us moving from city A to city B. We identify, we look at ways how we can connect with our hobbies, putting our kids into, sports teams, a tennis academy. For us personally, getting connected with the local community. We like hiking, so we look at, are there any hiking groups out there? Can we connect with others who like to go hiking? Say you're a writer, maybe, you're moving into a new city and you enjoy writing, you don't know anybody, join a local writing group or whatever that may be. But by staying connected to those passions, to those interests you have, you're more likely to remain committed to your goals and your values during those times of transition. And that's to me at least, that is very important through all the different scenarios that you encounter with change, whether in the workforce, whether in your professional life, your personal life, etc. Yeah, and what you heard me say these last couple days, another strategy that can be helpful is just to seek support from those around you. Talk to friends, family, whoever it may be, people that can provide you words of encouragement, words of motivation to help you stay committed to those goals. Whether you're starting a new job, or let's say, you're starting a new job, talk to friends, talk to colleagues who've experienced that similar kind of transition. Those are people who have already experienced something and they can provide you with that advice, they can provide you with that support as you begin navigating through that new chapter in your life. And ultimately, like I said yesterday, be kind to yourself in transition. I know I am very structured. We just moved last year, everything, by the book. I got it laid out, my project, what I'm packing, what we're selling, what we put where, how we get things done. Doesn't everything always go to plan? But even in those times, there's moments of stress. There's moments of this and moment of that. But be kind to yourself, because change in general is overwhelming. And it's normal during those times of change to experience that range of emotions. But by taking care of yourself, whatever that is, eating well, getting enough rest, engaging in those like self-care practices we've talked about, things that bring you joy, things that bring you relaxation, those are going to alleviate you being lost in your commitment to continue on your life journey. Because when you're feeling stressed, especially during a transition, it's important, like I said, practice, yoga, practice going for a walk. Just that'll help you be better equipped to navigate change, to commit to your goals, whatever that change may be. Because say you're in a job where you feel like you're stuck. Now you're applying to different roles and you apply to a role that's maybe not necessarily the job you want or the company you want to work for, but you got to pay the bills somehow. So you transition to this new role. Look at it for, even if in the back of your mind you think this is only going to be for the next year or two, be open to it. It's part of your life journey now. Be committed to it. Embrace what it has to offer, basically. Because change in life, again, I will reiterate this, is going to be challenging, but always look at things from that positive mindset, that opportunity for growth. New experiences are always opportunities. Are new experiences always good? No. But by embracing that change, you're going to identify, you're going to learn what, like I said, what you can control. And then ultimately, through each of those steps, through that phase of change, you're going to stay connected with the goals and your values. And you're going to thrive during those times of transition. And you're going to remain committed at least to your personal goals, even through all those organizational changes I went through. At that period of my life, my goal was to move towards that CEO role. If you would have asked me a decade, 2 decades ago, that was my goal. Not at all costs, but that's where I was heading to. That's what I wanted to achieve. Things change in life. Things look a lot different these days. But by embracing change, I had that opportunity to grow from being in the front lines within customer support to team lead, supervisor, manager, and up that ladder. Guys, just embrace change, but stay committed to your personal goals and values in that. And know when to balance that, yeah? Thank you for listening to today's podcast. I hope you found that a little informative, a little bit helpful. We just touched really the tip of the iceberg of this conversation that I would love to have with you guys. If you got questions, comments, hit me up. Please feel free to reach out to me, share this, like it, subscribe, whatever it is. I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. That being said, stay dedicated, motivated, committed all day, every day.